What's up YouTube? I'm back with another tutorial to show y'all how to put the 6-0 Wahl blade on the Gamma Ergo. So first off, you're gonna need the balding clipper. It's $45. I'm gonna leave a link down in the description below where you can purchase this balding clipper. But first thing first, you wanna start by unscrewing the top blade off of the balding clipper. After you get the top blade off, what you want to do next is unscrew the screw holding the blade slide. Once you get done with that, what you want to do is slide the blade slide off, and those are the only parts you're going to need off of the balding clipper. Now that you got all the parts you need off of the balding clipper, what you want to do to get to where I'm at right now, unscrew the top blade off of your Gamma Ergo. Once you get that top blade off of your Ergo, what you want to do is unscrew the lever screw holding that blade slide in place. Once you get done with that, what you want to do is remove the Ergo blade slide and replace it with the balding clipper blade slide. I want to point out a big difference in the screw threads that come off the Ergo screw and the balding clipper screw. But don't worry, for some reason that balding clipper screw still, you know what I'm saying, holds inside of the Ergo. I don't know how, but it does. And another thing I want to point out is that the threads on the balding blade screw are longer than the threads on the Ergo screw. So keep in mind not to screw that screw all the way in, because you don't want it to intersect with those spring arms. You still want the spring arms to have, you know what I'm saying, mobility. And the last thing I want to point out about these spring arms is that they also connect to the cutting blade, aka the moving blade. And you know the range of motion for the moving blade is left to right. So you also want to have that screw clear of that range of motion from left to right. So when you finish putting everything together and you hear that your Ergos are louder than usual, all you have to do is back that screw up a little bit more just to, you know what I'm saying, get rid of that sound, because that ain't nothing but the spring arms knocking against that screw. After getting the cutting blade back seated properly, what you want to do is grab that 6-0 Wahl blade and set it up, hold it together with your fingers, and then get those screws and place them in the holes. You don't have to screw them down all the way tight right now, because you still want wiggle room so you can set that blade to where you need it to be. And when it comes to setting the blade, what you want to do is make sure that the cutting blade, which is the blade underneath, you do not want that blade overlapping the top blade, because that will cut somebody up badly, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna be bleeding in your chair. So you wanna make sure that that cutting blade is not overlapping the top blade. You are not Wolverine. You do not supposed to be around here slicing people up. So just make sure that that cutting blade is not overlapping that top blade. Once you got it set to where you want it to be, you want to grab your screwdriver and screw each screw little by little, and check the blade every time you screw it to make sure that the blade is not turning while you're screwing the screws down. Once you see that the blade didn't shift, what you want to do is screw those screws down as tight as you can to ensure that that blade does not move. You want it locked in place. After you get done screwing them down tight, what you want to try to do is move the blade with your hand to make sure that it's tight. But after that, what you want to do is test it on your forearm or wherever you comfortable with getting like little scratches at, because this is where you want to test and make sure that that cutting blade is not cutting, it's not overlapping that top blade. But if you do get any scars or you feel that that cutting blade is hitting your skin, then that means you need to readjust that top blade. You want your clients to be comfortable, so get that blade set perfectly. I recommend, if you're a heavy-handed individual, try not to zero gap it fully, you know what I'm saying? Set that cutting blade back just a tad bit. But you know what I'm saying, ask your clients, do they feel like you have a heavy hand or you have a gentle touch? That should dictate where you set this blade up at, whether you zero gap it or you don't, you know what I'm saying? If you the type of person that digs in, then you shouldn't zero gap. But if, you know what I'm saying, you got that light touch and you stretching the skin with it, I say zero gap it, because it's gonna make this so much easier, you know what I'm saying? But ask your clients, man, to give you feedback. But no more using trimmers, man. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. This is the end of this tutorial. Let me know in the comments if you need any help with anything. Y'all stay blessed.